Former world champion John Part is safely through to the second round of the UK Open. He's beaten the Wolverhampton Riley's qualified John Morris 6-2 here in the main bar downstairs, and John averaged 82 on this occasion. They hit 180 apiece, and Darth Maple will meet Paul Whitworth, a publican from Manchester, in the second round. He's not feeling the cold at all, though, because he comes from Canada, does John Part. But Ned Bolting is Baltic here. They haven't turned the heating on for him upstairs in the bar, but he's been trying to keep warm by keeping an eye on the boards 2-7. What can you tell us, Ned?
Yeah, some great darts going on at the moment. You've got some big-name players at the moment. Just behind me, Andy Hamilton is doing battle back at the UK Open against Jermaine Watamina. We've had Paul Nicholson in action as well. He's just a few seconds ago edged out Richard North, beating him 6-5. So for the second time, Paul Nicholson has had to go to an 11th and deciding leg. Also, Michael Barnard is through to the third round. Harry Ward also through to the third round, and a number of other players as well. The last first-round match, however, on the multi-board area, well, we've seen that, and victory went to John Scott. It was John Scott who got the better of Darren Johnson. Here's the winning dart. So this was the last first-round match. There is I think it was John Scott, and oh, this is John Scott. Yeah, there we go. That's the more familiar face of the Riley's qualifier. He is through to the second round. Also through, Ricky Evans getting the better of Carl Wilkinson, 6-2. Joe Cullen also swaddled up and wearing an overcoat there to keep warm, beating Carl. It was Jose Justicia. A big shock, David Airy getting the better of Stuart Cullett. He's a qualifier, and look at Paul Nicholson's celebration there. As I said, just about getting the better of Richard North. He missed 3 darts as well to win it in the previous leg. So good result from Paul Nicholson. We're deep into the second round here, Jackie.
Thank you very much, Ned. £1,750 is guaranteed to the winners of second-round matches in to potentially meet the big boys later. Now, this is where the players ranked 33 to 64 in the UK Open Order of Merit enter the fray. Next up, here it's the Spaniard Tony Alcinas against the UK Open ever-present Alex Roy, who beat Mark Walsh in the first round. Here's John McDonald.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second round of the Coral UK Open, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation, live on ITV Sport. Well, it's time to meet our players. It's Tony Alcinas and Alex Roy.
Back in the commentary box for this one, Alan Warren a little and Stuart Pike.
Yes, thanks, Jackie. Good to see Alex Roy back on the main TV stage. A few grey hairs these days, but talks a good game and sometimes plays a good game. Alex Roy, a really nice guy, works for charity these days. Twice a quarter-finalist, but in an exclusive club of players who've played in every single UK Open going back to 2003. And of course, Alex Roy taking on Antonio, now likes to be known as Tony Alcinas. One of the top Spanish players who's really resurrected his career as well over the last year, 18 months. He faded away from the scene. We remember his famous win in the World Cup of Darts with Carlos Rodriguez. And Spain beat England, the England duo of Phil Taylor and James Wade. But individually, had a successful World Championship.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Got through to the last 16. And
game on.
Should be a good one, this. But just remind you, this is the start, certainly on our main stage of round 2. Still
16.
First to 6, best of 11. And the draw, FA Cup style draw for round 3, will take place live on the stage. Keith Deller and Chris Mason,
134.
the man who could be blamed later on. Feature all the big boys. Will it be Roy or Alcinas who manages to get through, I wonder?
Well, Alcinas, as you mentioned, Stuart, really has got his game back on track. Had a good run in the World Championships. To
45.
qualify through the Spanish qualifier, an incredible amount of players having a go there, so that was a hard one to win.
96.
Alex Roy, as you mentioned, he can talk the talk. Can he walk the walk today against the Spaniard?
Good dance from Alcinas.
140.
Will be favourite, purely because of the match practice that he has. Alex Roy,
100.
two old-timers in terms of certainly playing the big dart stages. Was a 6-2 winner over Mark Walsh in the first round earlier today. Mark Walsh, a former UK Open
150.
finalist.
Alex Ricard, 145.
Well, brilliant from Alcinas, the 150 to leave double 16.
50. Tommy
Against the
Ricard,
flow as well,
32.
Stuart. Start from the scoring phase. Got to hit the double to win the leg.
Game shot on the first
Second
leg,
dart.
Tony Alcinas.
Good leg.
Second leg is
14
Tony
darter.
to first. Game on.
Mark Walsh, Colin Osborne, Barry Bates, Gary Mawson, Vincent van der Voort.
This tournament gives people that opportunity because
to
of
get
the
through to the final.
variety.
Yeah.
You know, all the top players, as you mentioned before, Stuart, can draw each other in the early rounds.
Luck of the draw plays a big part at the UK Open for
84.
sure.
We like a bit of diversity. Good
97.
pick off with the last one.
If you weren't with us earlier during the Terry Jenkins game,
100.
Paul Nicholson beating Jenkins 6-5. Jenkins came from 5-0 down to force a decider, but we talked about this exclusive UK Open club as Alcinas looks and gets a maximum. He started beautifully, hasn't he? 107 average here for Antonio Alcinas, and it's one-way traffic.
140.
Yeah, Steve Beaton, Terry Jenkins, Wayne Jones, Alex Roy and James Wade. Just 5 players now who've played in every single UK Open going back to 2003.
59.
You have to remember, it's not done on rankings. You've got to earn the right of doing the 6 qualifiers. So, except the Riley's qualifiers, which Alex is
67.
part of this
Johnny
season.
Ricard,
I think he was last year as well, wasn't he? He was a qualifier.
He was Riley's qualifier. Tops for a 120.
100.
How many UK Open finals did you play in?
110.
To be honest, I'm not sure. Trying to think when the last one was.
78.
Someone will no doubt tell us the
20.
answer. Alan Warrener's record at the UK Open finals. Let us know on Twitter.
Best was the quarterfinals. Had 4 darts to beat
Game
Roland
shot
in
on
the
the
year
second
one.
leg. Tony Alcinas.
But I missed and he
Third is
didn't.
Alex to throw first. Game on.
2004, wasn't it? Sholton beat John Parr. 2-0 Alcinas.
180.
And a 180 for Alex Roy.
Yeah, good start from Alex. He needed to get his teeth into the match.
41.
So now playing pretty well. Oh, we're on a 9.
180.
Back-to-back maximums from Alex Roy. Well, if he hits his 9, he'll be telling us about it for the next 60 years.
£35,000 to hit a 9-darter. Go on, Alex.
Are the crowd on the edge of their seats? Well, they're not now.
60.
Yeah, he's mad at himself there, not to at least have a poke at the 8th, maybe even 9th dart there, but still a good leg from
85. Alex Ricard,
Alex.
81.
big 20 to leave tops. Alcinas back. Oh, is it double
61.
top? We'll come back for double 10.
We'll give you some updated scores at the end of this leg.
Well, he can only leave a finish if it's another trouble with the last one.
140. Alex
Good
Ricard,
visit,
20.
but Alex Roy so far ahead, courtesy of those 2 maximums.
Game shot on the third
Yeah,
leg.
eventually gets
Alex
the leg.
Roy.
He does.
4
2-1
points,
it is.
Tony to throw first.
Other second
Game on.
round scores for you. Keegan Brown leading George Killington 5-2. Dave Chisnall 5-2 up against Rennie Idams.
55.
There's the winning dart for Alex Roy. Jermaine Watamina
100.
in charge as well. Benito van der Pas down, confirming Chisnall 5-2 up. Yeah, Watamina beating Andy Hamilton. Andy Hamilton here as a Riley's qualifier.
97.
Keegan Brown a leg away from victory. We'll keep you abreast of all the scores.
60.
Yeah, some good darts thrown. Boards 3 and 8.
45.
Had a quick look outside on the way to the commentary box. Still, the snow is tumbling down. It's a really difficult conditions out there. A late decision made if you are just joining us. The UK Open final should go ahead because of the treacherous conditions
58.
behind closed doors.
Well,
The people you see in the hall are friends and family of the players.
whatever the decision was, it would have been scrutinised, but everybody has to hold a hand up, don't they? It was the right decision. Safety has to be the first and immediate thing to think about.
100. Alex requires 76. $60.
Well, he should be
Okay.
back.
Yeah.
2-0 down. Roy looking to make it 2 apiece.
It's a big finish, but it's doable, not now. Well, Alcinas started the match fantastically well.
96.
Alex Roy is fighting back, he's fighting qualities.
Game shot on
The ever-present man
Alex Roy.
of the five,
Alex
the famous
first.
five.
Game on.
The UK Open.
It played at a nice pace as well, which should suit and is suiting both players. Alcinas, by the way,
81.
has lost or fallen at the first hurdle, and the last 2 times he's been here at Butlins in Minehead, last year's UK Open, and
60.
the Players' Championship finals. Looking to snap the run to get through to round 3. And there's 3. All in a row for Alex Roy.
Well, he's certainly got his teeth into this match after going 2-0 down.
135.
Scoring very heavily.
Got to get through to round 3 to start earning your prize money.
60.
£1,750 guaranteed. 70,000 for the winner. Total prize fund of £350,000.
136.
Not too shabby. Well, good leave there from Alcinas. That's why I went for 19s with the first 2
80.
darts. Hit the
Johnny
treble
Ricard,
20
170.
to leave the big 170. Long way off though. So another chance here for Alex Roy. He was 2-0 down, remember.
59. Alex
Well,
Ricard, 100.
Opportunity here if he can hit a treble. Maybe 2 tops. Well, there's one of them. Oh,
60. Johnny Ricard,
he fancied that one,
111.
Stuart.
Tops for Alcinas.
21. Alex Ricard, 40.
Both players having 1 dart at tops and missing. Crucially, it's Alex Roy who returns. Well, what a deflection that was.
Alex Roy, 6-legged Tony.
First dart was over an inch away. The second dart hit it and went in the double. Roy of the Rovers. I'll have to ask him how he did it. He'll say he planned it.
$83.
In off the crossbar.
Good game.
Alcinas started really
99.
well, didn't he? His scoring was really good. Fair to Alex Roy, he's really dug in deep. Got it back to 2-2. Was on a 9-darter
82.
at one point. 3 maximums to his name now, but crucially leading 3-2. He's looking pretty buoyant.
100.
Alcinas needs to dig in here to get himself back into the match. Otherwise, it could be all over pretty quickly.
140.
Yeah, played really well, Alex Roy. Still plays Super League, still enjoys a game of darts. Alex Roy
140.
still plays a good game.
Likes to talk about it as well.
100. Tony requires 77.
Double 10.
57.
A chance here
Alex
for
requires
Roy
96.
to make it 4 legs on the spin.
$64. Tony requires 20.
Issue is an Alcinas, when you've lost 3 legs on the spin and you've already missed darts at the double, your opponent's on a double.
Game shot
Oh,
on the
good
6th
dart
leg.
there from Tony.
Alcinas.
He really,
7
really
legs
needed
Alex
that
to
one.
throw first. Game on.
3 apiece.
60.
More scores to update you with around the boards. Lisa van der Pass 3-1 down now. Dave
85.
Chisnall a winner. Jermaine Watamina looks like he'll be a winner. Keegan Brown confirming has beaten George Killington.
80.
So Keegan Brown and Dave Chisnall, the latest men to go through to round 3. Brown winning 6-3.
80.
Coming up next on the main board, by the way,
140.
last year's runner-up, Gerwyn Price, will take on the Yorkshireman James Wilson. One of the ties of the round.
100.
Yeah, both players just missed out, didn't they? Getting into the 3rd round. Price by count back.
120.
They were the next 2, weren't they? 33 and 34.
And then to draw each other as well.
Yeah.
Incredible. But that does happen.
59. Alex require 100.
Big 20.
The reason he
60.
didn't go for tops that time, of course, is that Alcinas not on a finish. So Roy will come back and have darts at tops, clean darts at tops to go back in front.
100. Alex require 40.
For 4-3. 4-3 it is.
Alex Roy. 8th leg is Tony to throw first. Game on.
Turned out to be a bit of a scrap, this one.
96.
Decent match.
$100.
Yeah, just to reiterate, the conditions outside here in Minehead still very bad.
42.
Still snowing, and forecasters was to snow into tomorrow.
60.
And then there will be, we believe, an ease up in the weather. I think the only other time that I've really known a darts
140.
day being affected by the snow this much is, remember at the World Championship about six years ago.
100.
A couple of horrendous
A few
days.
of the players had to walk to the
Yeah,
venue.
they
didn't
did. Paul Nicholson was one of them. Paul Nicholson a winner.
82.
He's beaten Terry Jenkins and Richard North to go through to round 3 today.
Yeah, be feeling pretty good about
100.
things.
Tony require 141.
Oh, this leg up for grabs, both on 1-4-1. Alcin has to throw first. He can't do it, so looking at a setup. Alex will be psyching himself up
105.
for this finish,
Alex
which will be a crucial
141.
one. Can't get the first part of the segment going.
97. Tony require 36. $80.
Okay.
Alex require
Crucial misses.
44.
Oh, Alex, can you seize your moment? He rushed to the hockey. He knew it was important. And he's missed his chance.
Tony require 18.
He's going to split this. 10 for double 4. Yeah, good thinking, good darts, and he knows how important that was. He could have found himself trailing there by 5 legs to 3.
135.
It was good, incisive darts there. There was never a thought in his mind that he was going to go for double 9. Straight away, he knew what he was going to do.
90.
Yeah, you've got to be confident enough to know what you're doing and just go for it. You don't want to be changing your mind. That's what puts the doubt in the back of your head, isn't it? And you can eventually miss your target.
97. $22.
Well then, this is a big chance for Tony Alcinas. Let's Roy through first in this leg.
60.
But only a 60 to get him within the same street. Needed more there. So let off for Roy.
100.
Well, thanks to those who've been replying on social media. Alan Warriner and his exploits in the UK Open finals. 6 times he's appeared in the UK Open finals. The last time
45. Alex
back in
Ricardo,
2008
44.
when you reached the last 64. I can't remember who beat you. Maybe you will.
40.
To get my brain working.
To reach a quarter-final. That's pretty good going for a man of your age.
99. Alex Ricardo,
Alex Roy looking
104.
here at 104. Really, he was at the hockey before Alcinas had gone past him.
88. Tony Ricardo, 110.
Oh, now there's a chance. 10 for tops.
70.
Both had chances
Alex
here.
Ricardo,
Massive
16.
leg. Alcinas to break and then throw for the game. What a big dart this is, Alex Roy.
Game show
What a
of the
big dart
play.
that was.
Alex Roy, turns
Alcinas
Tony to
had a
the
chance.
Game on.
But now Alcinas is scrapping to stay in the match, stay in the tournament.
Well, it's not a bad start though.
140. $100.
Up for grabs.
95. $26.
I think you have an answer to the man who beat you in your last ever UK Open final.
It's my old pal
96.
Mark Durbridge.
Mark Durbridge,
Got his
yeah.
tour card again. Had a good challenge tour last year.
140. Tony Ricardo, 170.
And another. And look at the bull anyway.
105.
Looks like another. The first 2 games that you and I commentated on went to last leg deciders.
105.
Nicholson
Tony
beating
Ricardo,
Jenkins,
65.
Ryan Harrington beating Richie Burnett. Looks like we might be heading for another one. Unlucky to hit the bull. Double 4.
61. Alex Ricardo, 130.
Clip the wire.
Now then, will he get a shot at it? Needs a treble for the bull. Can't get it.
58. Tony
For the
Ricardo,
18s.
4.
So, for 5-5.
Long way off with the first 2. Oh,
No score.
well,
Alex Ricardo,
didn't really
72.
scare it there.
For the match then, Alex Roy, the Riley's qualifier, goes through with a 6-4 win over Antonio Alcinas. He's played in all 16 UK Open finals and he's in the money again. And we'll see Alex Roy in the 3rd round draw a little later on. A 6-4 winner, the man from the south, wins in the snow in the southwest.
Riley's qualifier Alex Roy is safely through to the third round of the FA Cup of Darts, as we call it, the UK Open, where he could meet any of the big boys later on. We'll have the draw for you live on stage at around 4:45 or so. Oh, well done to Alex. He beat Tony Alcinas 6-4. He averaged 87, hit 3 180s, and he put away around a third of his doubles to book his place. Later on, we'll find out who he shall meet. Now, let's find out who is getting on well upstairs in the multiboard area. Ned Bolting's there for us still.
Yeah, still in the thick of the second round action here, and some big names on the hockey at the moment. Wayne Jones just got his match underway. Kirk Shepherd's got his nose in front just about. Andrew Gilding also in action just behind me here with a little bit of work to do in his match. Early phase of all those games though, but a few results to reflect on as we look at some of the names going through into the third rounds. And here's a familiar name, Chizzy. Dave Chisnell, 1-3-4 he took out to beat Rene Idams 6-2. Keegan Brown, well, again, a convincing winner against George Killington here, 6-3, the big man. And then the rapid-fire attack of Jermaine Watamina dispatching, unfortunately for him, Andy Hamilton 6-0. So didn't go the way of the hammer. And here's a bit of a shock. David Evans edging out 6-4, Benito van der Pas. So big names continuing to tumble, big names still on the hockey. I'll update you when those matches progress towards the winning dance.
Brilliant stuff. Thanks very much, Ned, for now. Well, we've got more action coming up after the break. James Wilson takes on a man who should work well in these conditions, you would expect. The Iceman, Gerwyn Price. That's coming right up.